am coming back. Hi, long time no see. It is February 28th, 2026. Last vlog I did was in 2023. So much has happened within the past 3 years. I quit, closed, canceled, whatever you want to call it, my business, my marketing agency, because God has something better for me. Oh my God, so much has happened. I started a real estate business. I started a website design business. I started an art business, and I started a faith-based community. And I moved, and I'm about to move again. But I have so much to catch up, so much to talk about, just so much to let y'all know what's going on. But you know, my little break is over. I am excited to see, excited to share everything that has happened recently. I'm about to actually head to a art show, and but so I don't have that much time, but I definitely wanted to let y'all know that I am coming back. So where do we start? Let's start in 2023. So in 2023, I personally was just over and tired of spending so much money on rents for a freaking box. And the rent kept going up, and I'm just like, the renovations, there were no renovations, and it was just like a lot of money just being wasted. And so I was just like, you know what, a couple of girlfriends felt the same way. We were just like, let's go rent a house and just save our money, and when the time is right, then we will leave, get our, whatever God has as far as like, getting a house, or maybe our husbands would show up, something like that. And as soon as we signed and moved in, when I say chaos occurred, like it was just like, yeah, like life just exploded. At that time, I was in a place where I was just over being an entrepreneur. I'm not even gonna hold you. I was burnt out. I was tired. It was just like anything that I was doing was not working. I wasn't happy. It was just, I was drained. It was just bad. And I quit my business. I literally was just like, I let my clients know, I was like, I'm canceling, I'm ending it all. I made sure that they had the assistance that they needed. I made sure that I recommended or had referred someone who would be able to further assist them in whatever endeavors that they needed. But Regis was done. But at that same time, it was just like, what am I going to do for money? So I felt more at peace at Ubering out here in these Atlanta streets versus me trying to make my business work. And so from there, it was just like, okay, well, when it comes to Ubering, you don't know what you're going to get until the end of the day. And it was a faith walk. It was a moment of humility. It was a moment, but it was also a moment of provision from a God standpoint, as of like having a heavenly Father. Because when I tell you that the only way I got through that without having to, well, let me say this: I didn't miss any meals. My bills were paid that needed to be paid. I kept the roof over my head. I was able to do so much. And by the grace of God. And so, but also during that time, I was also, of course, during that moment, I built a strong relationship with him. I understood the meaning of fasting and drawing closer and really setting the foundation of my Christian walk on a different and mature level. I'm not saying I was perfect during that time, because baby, I was not, but I understood how important my relationship with God was at that moment, because just like how Job said, you can hear other people's testimonies and things like that, but it's something totally different when you actually saw and see him work on your behalf. And baby, after that, it was just like, you can't tell me God ain't real. I always walked with him. I got baptized, I got saved in 2012. Didn't grow up in church, but at the same time, it was just like, that was that moment where I had witnessed manna being dropped every day, and he provided for me every day. And from that moment to now, he has showed up as a father to me. And so God is just good. So in 2024, I got a job, and which has been a peaceful transition. I was able to relax. I was able to rest. I was able to really tap into my femininity, where it was just like I didn't have to be in survival mode anymore. I was really able to just be. And so I had so from there, I started getting into my word more. I decided to be a D group facilitator at church. That turned into a full-blown, after the 12 weeks were over, they were just like, we gotta keep going. I'm just like, doing what? And so we started to read the word from front to back, and just started building a bond or sisterhood. And from there to 2025, and in 2025, that Tuesday night Bible study turned into a chapter chats, where we're still doing the Bible study. We're more like a open dialogue type of situation, where we are just sharing our revelations and really just having like a girl chat over what the word says, how what things stood out to us, how God is moving, but also we're there to help and pray for each other and just encourage each other through whatever season that they're going through. And so we have the chapter chats. We have a monthly book club. Every month we have different books that we talk about, and we're just continuing to build our bond. We also have monthly gatherings, and even like a monthly 3-day fast that gets us ready for the next or upcoming month, just to be in alignment with what God has for us. And so that was made official in October 2025, called In Crown Collective. I absolutely love y'all ladies. And so yeah, God is doing amazing things, and I am just grateful to be a part of it. And what else? Also in 2025, my god sister hit me up, because again, I had turned down websites. I was just like, oh, I need a website. Oh, I need this, I need that. Oh, I know somebody needs a website. I said, well, I'm not in business, baby. I am not in business. I am done. Like, when somebody said anything about social media marketing, anything about online marketing, I deaded the conversation. Like, I did not want to deal with it. But it was the point where Onyx got sick, and I had medical bills, and it was time for us to let him go. It was just like, all right, Lord, I am grateful for this job, but something gotta make something work. And so my god sister hit me up and was just like, I think it's time for you to start doing your website, the website design business again. And I was just like, oh no, but if you need something done, I got you. And I did her website, and I fell in love again. I was just like, if I go back into any type of marketing-ish, brand design, or anything like that, it will just be websites. And that has been flourishing. and I can't, it is nothing but the grace of God. And so yeah, if God is telling you to run a business or do a business, please do it. Because there's always that saying that, if you really want to build your faith, open up a business. It's the truth. So RB Brand Solutions is a thing for now. At this point, I'm just going whatever God got me on the path of whatever God got for me at this present moment. I'm just going with the ebbs and flows of whatever He says. So so that's another thing. Also in 2025, I had as we all know, this is no secret, I dealt with PCOS. I deal with PCOS. I have PCOS. And I decided to try to regulate my hormones by myself, and I did. I dropped 30 pounds. I was super excited. And then my period was coming regularly. Everything was just great, and then out of nowhere it wasn't, and I was like, something is wrong. I went to the doctor. They found a massive cyst, to the point where they're just like, we need you to go to an oncologist. Went to an oncologist. The first one was so freaking surgery happy, like she was ready to just cut me open. I'm just like, okay, but let's scale back, because there was a time before where they wanted to remove a cyst, and I worked out, I ate right, I did everything I was supposed to do, and the cyst shrunk to the point where the surgery was not in the way. Like, I didn't need it. I got cut open for nothing. And so when I saw that it happened again, I was okay, well, I know what I need to do. I'm gonna do it. So I left the oncologist, went to another one, and she was just like, schedule the appointment anyway, but do what you feel like you need to do. We'll have an ultrasound a couple of weeks before the scheduled appointment, and we'll see how everything goes. And so I did all of that, and I had my ultrasound. I did everything I said I was going to do. I did have my ultrasound, and the tech was like, yeah, it shrunk, but this thing looks scary. We want to, if you have your appointment already scheduled, go ahead and just have it. Just go ahead and have it removed. It's like, fine, let's, I just didn't want to be down. I didn't want to have to go through the pain. I didn't want to have to do all of that. Baby, I'm so glad I did. Because when they had removed the cyst, they found cancer. They found cancer and was able to remove it. So it was just like, you know what, God? So, I ain't about to cry. I'm not about to get emotional. But when I tell you God is good, God is so good. But yeah, so that happened right before my 36th birthday. And so I came into 36 with a fire, I felt like I had a second chance at life. And it's just like, why am I procrastinating? Like, you never know you never know how much time you have on this earth, so you can't waste it just thinking about, like, I do things later, I do things that, like, it just gave me more motivation to really do what God has told me to do and stop playing games. And so yeah, that was another thing that God did. I keep stopping my my videos, one, because again, I just deleted some storage, and I'm using my phone, and deleted storage. I deleted some I made room for this video, but we're talking about a phone. We're talking about an iPhone on top of that, and I don't have any iCloud storage, so I want to make sure that all of what I'm saying is being saved. So I keep stopping it, but also I'm going to be going to an art show, and I am waiting on a friend of mine, so it's just like, I don't want her to call me while I'm on my phone and mess up this footage, mess up the conversation that we're having. So that's why I keep stopping and keep going. But I just gotta let y'all know what's going on. So last but not least, I have started dabbling into real estate. I help with operating a company that handles basically like it's like a management type of situation, like operations management, as far as for a couple of properties. And and I'm building that. That was all. Real estate has always been a passion of mine, and it kind of like fell into my lap. So who's not going to take advantage? And so yeah, so that's where we are with everything. If there is anything else that comes up, I do have some things working in the pipeline. I don't want to talk about them until they are official, but I'm just super excited to be back. And I just want y'all to be on the journey with me. So yeah, are you excited? Because I'm excited. But anywho, I'm about to go, and that was I'm telling